Bubble sort. Let's check how bubble sort works on this list. We have 5 elements and I want them to be sorted. So let's start bubble sort on this list. So initially I get the same list. Then I execute these commands. So I starts from 1 to n minus 1, j starts from 1 to n minus I. So you see that I has been set to 1, j has been set to 1. The jth value in the list is 7 and the j plus 1 value in this list is 1. So basically this is the jth value and this is the jth value and this was the j plus 1 value. And we saw that aj was bigger than aj plus 1. Basically vj was bigger than vj plus 1. And so this list, this part of the code will be executed. That is, these two values will be interchanged, and we see that 1 and 7 were interchanged. We repeat. If we go to the next step, I is 1, j is 2, vj is 7, vj plus 1 is 9. These two values were compared. And they were not changed. Then these two values were compared and they were also not changed. No interchange. And then these two values were compared and we saw an interchange of vj and vj plus 1. So 7 and 10 got, and that was the first pass of your bubble sort. Now that the first pass is complete, we'll see that I now changes to 2, j starts again from 1, vj is 1, and so these two values were compared again and there was no interchange. Again, no interchange between these two values. Then we'll compare these two values and of course there will be an interchange. And so now at this point j has reached n minus I, which is n was 5 and I was 2, so we won't check any more values. So this was the second pass, and now we keep on going and we check. I will go through them quickly. So this is the third pass, second value of the third pass, fourth pass, and finally you have a sorted list. Let's do it again for the list that I showed you in the previous video, which was 7 to, let's make a list, 7 2 1 4 5 9, and see how bubble sorts works with this. Bubble sort v, and we have these two elements were compared. We interchanged vj and vj plus 1. In the next step again this was interchanged, then these two interchanged, then these two, and then no interchange. In the second pass these two were interchanged, then no interchange, and you keep having no interchange. So you see bubble sort still, even though this list is sorted the way we've written this algorithm, bubble sort will keep on doing the up until the fifth pass, until it finishes all of these loops and it gives you this list. The next algorithm is the insertion sort, and let's see how that one works. So if I had v to be the same list, and now if I call insertion sort on this list, we get the same list in the first step, and now the loop initializes. I is set to 1, j is set to 2, so you can see j starts from 2 to n, I is set to 1, and vj and vi were compared. Is vj greater than vi? That's not true. Then we'll not go into this loop. We'll move to the next step. We'll set m equals to 2. Then we'll start this loop where k starts from 0 to j minus I plus 1. So k is 0 in this case. J minus k is 2 because j was set to 2, and j minus k minus 1 is 1. And so we set aj minus k to be aj minus k minus 1. That is, the second entry in the list will be replaced with the first entry in this list. So the second entry was 2, it was replaced with 7, and you get the second element to be 7. At this point, notice that we have 2 7s in this list and we have lost our value of 2 which we wanted to insert. But since we stored 2 in m, we can now use m to store the first value with this m. So this is what this part of the code was doing. It sets ai to be m, I is 1, so it will set the first value equals to m. And so the first value was switched, and so the first insertion has taken place. Next, this part is done. We go back and we set j equals to 3, we go back to the top of the loop, j2 is done, now we move to j3, I is still 1, we compare vj with vi, vj is not bigger than vi, so we again move to the next line, m equals to 1, then we start in this loop, we copy this value here, we copy this value here, and then we replace this with 1. You can run this video slowly so you can check each and every step and see that the code is working correctly. I'm going to move through it faster. Then we move back to j equals to 4. We compare vj with vi, and vj is bigger than vi. Then we finally get into this loop, so we increment I is now 2. We still don't have this condition, I is 3. And finally, aj is bigger than vi, that is the third value is bigger than this value, fourth value. At this point we change m, we insert it in the right place by moving this value here, and then we insert 4 here. This was because k was 0, and k will go up until j minus I minus 1. So j is 4, 4 minus 3 is 1, 1 minus 1 is 0. So it will only take k equals to 0 and no other values. And so 4 has now been inserted in the right place. So what happened was, instead of starting from here, we were copying value, we are going back from here and checking at which point we're going to insert it. So this is where we inserted it, and then again j is 5, we check where we're going to insert this value 5 now. I keeps on incrementing 1, 2, 3, 4. This is where we want to insert it, and at this point we will assign m equals to 5. We'll start k equals to 0, j minus k is 5. So the fifth value is replaced with the fourth value. So the fifth value has been replaced with the fourth value, and then we finally insert ai, that is the fourth value gets 5, and we move on to the sixth value, keep on incrementing, m is set to 9, and m has been, because m was 9, you don't need to copy anything anywhere, it's just inserted in the last value, and you have your sorted list due to insertion sort.